This is a scene from my campaign where one of my players was out in the wilderness, in the jungle, and they were trying to encounter the Wild Mother. So she is the goddess of wilderness and nature, and the very last thing I want my players to see her as is just another NPC. I didn't want to just play a character that answers or has conversations. I wanted to make it more cinematic. So this is how we started off. You can hear the crickets and the chirping and just the ambient noises of the forest. There's a subtle music droning in the background. All of this happens from just a single button press. The player asked a question. Instead of giving just a direct answer, I was able to describe the nature around them. For example, they asked a question that made her angry. Instantly, I'm able to start to describe how the light from the trees changes. The sound is much more oppressive. Snakes begin to rise up from underneath logs, hissing, warning, expressing nature's danger signs. I didn't tell them exactly that it was the wrong thing to ask, but they definitely got the hint. When a message or a vision of sorrow comes up, you hear the lonely cry of a bird out in the distance. You hear the distant rumble of thunder. You see the blue light escaping through the canopy. It gives you an oppressive grief state. Just when you think all hope is lost, the light shines through and you hear the baby birds chirping, expressing their will to live, their need to be part of this world. So the conversation continued around this, and it was really interesting to see how they interpreted the various signs and signals that I was able to give them. It made it feel more divine. And then, once their conversation rounded out, I was able to go into a vision. The vision was of fear. You immediately feel this heart pulse. You feel the oppressiveness of purple around you. You hear the droning in your ears. And this was great because as I was describing what would happen to the homeland of this character if they didn't succeed, they were able to get their own sense of urgency as to what the Wild Mother wanted them to do, and I didn't have to say it verbatim. This was all implications and collective ideas and themes that they had gotten that they themselves came up with. It was an awesome moment.